safe. What?
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Michael Badgley to kick. It's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Rolling to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers.
Burrow's pass complete. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Chargers.
And this is one of those bang-bang. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here's Desmond King on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year. Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Charles, a look there at the Bengals draft class for 2020. You know, a lot of names on it, but let's be real. Ultimately, it's going to be the performance of Joe Burrow that determines the success or failure of this group.
But when you do select a quarterback at #1, and he's a quarterback coming off with maybe the greatest college season in history, yeah, he is going to make or break your draft. But I do think they got some really good players in the draft as well. In T. Higgins, a wide receiver out of Clemson, and Logan Wilson, a linebacker out of Wyoming. They will help make their draft class solid as well.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Dances by him. 54 yards on the punt there, 15 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Gonna throw right side here, complete.
Do what we do, do what we do.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket. And when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
Desmond King now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. That throw into the arms of Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Toward the sideline. That's taken in by Allen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Past the 20. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score.
Randy Bullock to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. On the return, here's King. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
I'm going to show you, man.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. To return it now, here's King. Dangerous return man showing it here. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up
Burrow on play action. Steps away to his left. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. On the return, here's King. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Oh, you got deep? Mark 55.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow escaping the pressure right. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys continue to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. To return it now, here's King. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. This pass finds its way to Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Chargers.
55. Watch the curl.
Running on 1st down, Eckler pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Ball carrier.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll get it down here to the 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And left side, Henry's got it. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it.
Herbert's pass complete. A fumble on the play.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And this offense is running away with this one. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. On the return, here's King. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, Justin Herbert looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Herbert. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Herbert throwing again.
To go.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle. And now nothing but green ahead of him.
Yeah!
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And this offense continues to pour it on. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route, and the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat, and then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. 14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on 1st down. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55. Go! Hey, let's get this.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 7 yards to go.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And unable to connect, incomplete. give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Being chased out left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the... Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. To return it now, here's King. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Short pass caught by Henry. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't any.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rolling to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's still on his... There he goes, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. 68 yards. as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Desmond King on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And this will be taken at the 13. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes, right side. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From a yard out, and the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
On the return, here's King. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, he knocked that. He will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. To return it now, here's King. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it.
Recovered by the Bengals.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And a throw right sideline is complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Got 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And the Bengals have recovered it.
Burrow sack. Fumble on the play.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 17 yards out. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again.
Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free.
Carl Lawson. Joe Burrow sack.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Steps away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Again, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
On the return, here's King.
Oh, a hit and a loose football. Still going inside the 30. And the Bengals grab it. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Herbert has it knocked free.
Carlos Dunlap. Joe Burrow sacked.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated down.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
To return it now, here's King. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Herbert has it knocked free. And the Bengals grab it. Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
For Cincinnati.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, here's King. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Bengals.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Burrow looking to pass. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will extend this big lead.
For Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. To return it now, here's King. Good-looking return set up here. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. He will score.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Cincinnati.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, here's King. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have